You know how sometimes your videos get views, but then they just kind of die out? Well, it turns out that YouTube has a secret system that determines whether or not your videos go viral or not. But once you understand what the secret is, you can start implementing these things into your own videos so that YouTube knows that people are going to want to watch them. And also make sure to stick around till the end of the video, because I'll be sharing some extra tips that will help you get even more views. And if you can nail all of these down, well, I don't know about you, but I think you're going to end up with a viral video. And in this video, I am going to show you exactly what that is so that you can start making more viral videos today. This is so that when someone watches one of our videos, they're more likely to keep watching. And if they do, YouTube is more likely to push out our videos to even more people. After all, thousands of videos are uploaded to YouTube every single day. And if you're a small channel, chances are that your videos aren't even being seen by that many people in the first place. And if they're not, then it's impossible for them to go viral. I have had multiple videos go viral over the past few months, and it wasn't until one of my good friends helped me realize something that my videos were actually getting a lot of views. This means making sure that your titles and thumbnails are clickable and that your videos are actually showing up when people search for them. And if you can pull it off, you're going to start seeing your views and subscribers go through the roof. Because this is by far the most important thing when it comes to getting views on YouTube. Your description is the perfect place to tell people what your video is about and why they should watch it. You need to make sure that your description is clear and concise, and that it gives people a good idea of what your video is about. You also need to make sure that it includes keywords that people are actually searching for. And finally, you need to make sure that it includes a call to action. You need to tell people what you want them to do after they read your description. One of the best ways to get people to watch your videos is to interact with them. Start by optimizing your videos for the platform, and then start promoting them on social media. In it, I take you step by step through the entire process of starting a successful YouTube channel. Go ahead and check it out. I show you how to come up with video ideas, how to film and edit your videos, and how to promote them on social media. I also give you access to a private Facebook group where you can ask me and my team questions. And I guarantee that you'll see results from this course. And don't forget to interact with your viewers. When you do all of these things, you're going to start seeing your views and subscribers go through the roof. When you respond to comments, when you interact with people on social media, and when you engage with other creators, you're building relationships. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. And when you build relationships, people are more likely to trust you, and ultimately, they're more likely to watch your videos. Do you want them to click on your video? Do you want them to visit your website? Do you want them to follow you on social media? Whatever it is, you need to make sure that you tell them. You need to make sure that your title is relevant to your video, and that it includes keywords that people are actually searching for. Your thumbnail needs to be eye-catching, and it needs to give people a clear idea of what your video is about. And your video itself needs to be high quality and engaging. If you want your videos to get views, then you need to make sure that you're posting when your audience is actually online. There are a ton of different tools that you can use to find out when your audience is online. I personally use a tool called Vidic, but there are a bunch of different ones out there that you can use. Once you find out when your audience is online, make sure that you're posting your videos at least an hour before they go offline. That way, you'll make sure that your videos are getting seen. If you can do all of these things, then you'll be off to the races. Emojis are a great way to get people's attention. They're fun, they're colorful, and they're memorable. When you use emojis in your titles and thumbnails, you're going to make your videos stand out from the crowd. Just make sure that you're using them sparingly. You don't want to overdo it with the emojis, because then people are just going to ignore them. Now, before we start, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. It really helps out. When someone clicks on your video and starts watching it, that's a good sign to YouTube that other people might like it too. So they'll start pushing it out to more people. And when those people like the video and start watching it, it gets pushed out to even more people. This cycle can continue on, and that's what leads to a viral video. The goal of YouTube is to keep people on their platform for as long as possible. After all, how are you supposed to get people to watch your videos if nobody ever sees them? And that's where the fourth piece of the puzzle comes in. Because when people spend more time on YouTube, they're more likely to click on ads, which means YouTube makes more money. So the videos that YouTube pushes out are the ones that are most likely to keep people on the platform. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. The first thing that you need to understand is that YouTube has an algorithm, and it asks a way for them to determine who should see what videos. As you probably already know, YouTube is a search engine as well, which means that people come to YouTube looking for specific videos. That's why you might get a random view from a video that you posted 6 years ago, because someone searched for it. Because of this, it's important to make sure that our videos are easy to find. We need to make sure that our titles and thumbnails are clickable, and that our videos are actually showing up when people search for them. What does this mean for us as creators? Well, we need to make sure that our videos are high quality and are on topics that people are interested in. But there's another part to this that we need to talk about. But those two things alone aren't enough to get your videos to go viral. And this is where the third piece of the puzzle comes in. In order for your videos to be pushed out by YouTube, you need to make sure that they're getting views and engagement. The problem is, it can be really hard to get that first little bit of traction. If you want your videos to be seen, you need to make sure that they're optimized for the platform. Now, I know that sounds easier said than done, but trust me, it's definitely possible. But here's the thing, you not be able to do any of that unless you understand the next thing that I am not tell you. If you want people to watch your videos, you need to give them a reason to. And this is where your description comes in. When you do all of these things right, you're going to start seeing your views and subscribers go through the roof. So now that we've talked about the 4 main things that you need to do to get your videos to go viral, I'm going to share with you 3 extra tips that will help you get even more views. Tip No. 1. Make sure that you're posting at the right time. Tip No. 2. Make sure that you're using emojis in your titles and thumbnails. And finally, Tip No. 3. Make sure that you're interacting with your viewers. Now that you know the secret to going viral on YouTube, it's time to put it into action. And hey, if you want even more help with this, then make sure to check out my full course. So what are you waiting for? This is how you make a viral video. Let's break down 7 viral videos to see what makes them so dang catchy. 1. Bella Poarch's lip sync. If you didn't know Bella Poarch's name before this video, then you've been living under a rock, because she is the queen of TikTok right now. Her videos always have hundreds of millions of views, and this one has over 1 billion views. This video has over 8 million views and nearly 40,000 comments. In this video, a pregnant woman shows off her huge pregnant belly. And I mean, it is absolutely massive. It looks like she's carrying triplets. This couple decided to use a smoke bomb to find out the gender of their baby. This video has over 15 million views, and I think it is a perfect example of how sometimes you do and even have to try to go viral. If you post a cute animal, then it doesn't matter if it's funny or not, it will get a ton of views. This is especially true on TikTok. You'll literally get millions of views for just posting a cat video. In this video, this baby monkey tries to walk and then falls on its face. And while it's not that funny, it's still entertaining to watch. And I think what really made this video go viral is the background music. The background music makes it seem like the video is more entertaining than it actually is. And you can use this tactic in any video to make it go viral. Just add some hype music to your video, and it's guaranteed to get more views. Sometimes it just happens by accident. I mean, who accidentally knocks over a glass of milk? No one. This guy did this on purpose. He knew that knocking over the milk would go viral, and he was right. The reason why this video went viral is because it has a type of content that people like to watch over and over again. It's funny to see people get hurt, and it's even funnier when it's a public person like Logan Paul. He once posted a video of a man hanging himself, and he called it a suicide. And the video got over 20 million views. Obviously, this video was taken out of context, but the point is, people like to watch videos of people getting hurt. I'm not saying that you should go around hurting people and filming them, because that is messed up. But I am saying that if you accidentally mess up, then you might as well post it online. It could go viral, and you could gain a bunch of followers. They filled up a giant balloon with either pink or blue smoke, and then they let the smoke float away. And depending on what color it is, it's either a boy or a girl. And in this video, they found out that they were having a girl. This is a very creative gender reveal idea, and I think that is the reason why it went viral. People love to see unique and creative gender reveals. Here's another one that went viral. They filled up a box with colored powder, and then they opened it up to reveal the gender of the baby. And this video has over 26 million views. It's very clear that people are willing to watch gender reveal videos over and over again. And yes, you can definitely capitalize on this trend. All you have to do is post a unique gender reveal, and you could potentially go viral. And I think what makes this video go viral is that she is able to make fun of her own body. She knows that she looks ridiculous, and she makes jokes about it. She says, "My water broke, and I just gave birth to twins." Anyone else scared of getting pregnant after seeing this? I love that self-deprecating humor, and I think it's a big reason why this video went viral. It's also funny to see the dad's reaction. He seems very unfazed by the size of the baby, and he's not even looking at it. I think this couple will have their hands full when the baby comes along. Anyways, when it comes to growing your social media presence, you need to pick your niche. What I mean by that is that you need to decide what type of content you're going to focus on. For example, if you want to focus on fashion, then every single day you should post fashion-related content. Same thing goes for fitness models. If that's your niche, then you should be posting fitness-related content. However, I don't recommend choosing a niche that's too narrow, like fitness modeling, because you'll eventually run out of content. Instead, choose a broader niche like lifestyle or comedy. That way, you can post whatever you want, and you won't run out of content ideas. But why? When you first see the video, it doesn't seem like anything special. This video has over 23 million views, and it's one of those videos that really shows how TikTok is just a copycat app. Every single video that goes viral on TikTok, it's copied 100 times over. And yeah, this video is no exception. If you search "spin that bottle" on TikTok, then you'll see hundreds and hundreds of videos. And I bet that this girl never expected her video to go so viral. Honestly, I'm shocked that she was able to come up with a trick like this. And I think that's the reason why the video went viral. It's not that the trick is impressive. It's that it's completely original. Coming up with new tricks and challenges is the best way to go viral on TikTok right now. Just look at this video. It's a challenge that encouraged people to make other people laugh and then film their reaction. And this video has over 60 million views. Another great example is this video. He came up with a new dance and encouraged other people to do it. And now this video has over 100 million views. She's just lip-syncing along to a song in her car. So what makes this video go viral? Well, there are two things that stand out in this video, and the first thing is her lips. Her lips are extremely plump, and many girls would kill for lips like that. In fact, she got a lot of hate for getting lip filler during the pandemic when everyone was struggling. She responded by saying, "I got them done before everything happened." I wish I could post more about my life, but I feel like it's too much for people to handle. So those luscious lips definitely play a role in the video going viral. The second thing that really stands out is her neck. It's very long and slender, almost like an old Hollywood actress. And because of the camera angle and the way she's holding herself, her neck looks even longer than it probably is. And I think that this video is such a good job of showing off both of these features, while also being a super relatable video. We can all relate to being in a car and belting out our favorite songs. And in this video, we get to live vicariously through Bella, while she shows off two things that most women would die for: her long neck and her big lips. Number 2, cooking with air. This video has over 3 million likes and 20,000 comments. And honestly, I don't understand why. At first glance, it looks like a normal cooking video where someone cuts up some chicken and puts it in a pan. Then they cover it with some sort of sauce and put it in the oven. The whole process is actually pretty interesting to watch. But then at the end, he takes it out and he uses his hands to squeeze all of the smoke out of the chicken. And that's it. That's literally the only purpose of this video, to show how he removes the smoke from the chicken. And while the process is kind of satisfying, it's not really that interesting. There's no real explanation or reason behind why he does this. He just does it. And this is the part that I just don't understand. Like, why would you put so much effort into making a video about something that isn't really interesting? Now, I do get why people comment on it. It's kind of funny to make a comment about a random guy squeezing smoke out of a chicken. But I don't understand why it has so many likes. Am I missing something here? Anyways, if you want to be famous on social media, then you need to realize one important thing. You can't just post whatever you want and expect it to go viral. You have to give your audience exactly what they want. And sometimes you need to cater to your audience. And yes, that includes posting thirst traps. That's how you grow on social media. And if you don't believe me, then let me tell you a story about a girl who used to post thirst traps, and now she makes $30,000 a month from Instagram. No. 3. Pregnant belly. Number 4. Spin that bottle. Have you ever seen someone spin a bottle and then catch it with their foot? Well, apparently this is a thing. No. 5. Gender reveal. This video has over 19 million views, and it has another video that shows how creative you need to be in order to go viral. Number 6. Food fail. And number 7. Baby monkey. This video has over 8 million views, and it has a perfect example of how animals are the easiest way to go viral on social media. That's how you make a viral video. Bye. This video is not sponsored by anyone. I'm just going to tell you my own opinion about this software. This is something I discovered 2 weeks ago, and it really helped me. And maybe it will help you too. Viral videos don't happen by accident. There are simple formulas that can guarantee your post goes viral if you follow the right steps. And in this video, I'm going to show you what those steps are. We'll go over everything, including picking the perfect topic, writing the headline, thumbnail. And if you stick around until the end of this video, I'm going to give you 20 free trial codes for Unlock the Algorithm. When you first log in, you're going to see this dashboard, and this is where you're going to start from. And if you want to delete an idea, all you have to do is click the trash can icon. So keep scrolling through this list and save all of the titles that you want to make videos on. Once you have your title, you want to click on this next icon, which is the clipboard icon, and you want to copy the title. Then what you want to do is click on your profile picture again, and you want to click on Content Editor. You can also edit the title of the video and the description. But the thing that's most important about this page is the hashtags. If you want your video to go viral, you need to make sure that you're adding the right hashtags. And this is where you're going to actually write your video. Now you just have to follow the steps that I am about to share with you in order for your video to go viral. Instead, you want to make sure that you're adding very specific hashtags like I did in this example. And this is where you're going to upload the video that you want to edit. Now, if you don't have any videos, you can just use stock footage from websites like Pixels.com. I recommend that you use a free video editor called CapCut. It's super easy to use, and it's completely free. So let's start off with the title. You want to make sure that you're adding the title that you generated from Unlock the Algorithm. What you want to do is download the software. Then you want to click on New Project, and then you want to select 1920 by 1080. You just want to make sure that you're adding them naturally. You also want to make sure that you're following the guidelines of the thumbnail that you generated from Unlock the Algorithm. You also want to make sure that you're adding text to your thumbnail. Text helps people understand what your video is about. I am going to leave a link in the description of this video that is going to show you how to rank for your keywords in the description. And you want to make sure that you re-adding all of the tags that you generated from Unlock the Algorithm. In addition to the tags that you generated, you also want to make sure that you're adding your keywords as well. Now, I'm not going to sit here and teach you how to edit a video because that would take way too long. Once you're done with that, you want to click on Visibility, and you want to make sure that you resetting this to public. Like this video, and then send me a message saying you subscribed, and I'll give you a free trial. And if you want to grow on social media, check out the next 2 videos, because they're the videos that YouTube thinks you should watch next. Make sure you do this today, because I'm only giving away 20 free trials. So now that your video is done, all you have to do is click on Save, and you're good to go. But what I will do is leave a link in the description of this video for you guys to learn how to edit videos. And in order to find these hashtags, you would have to spend hours and hours of researching, which is exactly what Unlock the Algorithm does for you. Now that your video is done, you want to head over to your video editor and you want to click on Content. And what you want to do here is click on Content Ideas. If so, let me know your honest review in the comment section below. And if you haven't tried it, are you going to try it out? Let me know in the comments below. And what you want to do is paste the title that you copied from the previous step. If you're not ranking for your keywords in the title, you want to make sure that you're ranking for it in the description. And you can do this by simply adding your keywords in the description. Then you want to click on Get Ideas, and once you do that, you're going to see all of the best hashtags that you can add to your video. And this is going to be all of the ideas that you saved. So now you have this giant list of titles that you can make videos on, and you can use these titles to make videos for weeks or even months. After you click on Content Ideas, you're gonna see this page, and what you want to do is type in a keyword that is related to your niche. So make sure you stick around until the end of this video if you want one of those codes. And all of the things that you need to do in order for your video to go viral. And when you first get to this page, it's going to ask you to upload a picture that's similar to your thumbnail. Then it's going to give you a bunch of suggestions of thumbnails that you can use. You don't want to miss this, because this is the last time I'm going to be giving this information away for free. I'm going to start off with the most important part of making a viral video, which is picking the topic. But you don't just pick any topic. You have to think of a topic that has been proven to get a lot of views. And in order to find these topics, you need to use a software called Unlock the Algorithm. Now, before I go any further into this video, I want you to smash that like button if you're getting value so far. So let me explain to you how you're going to use Unlock the Algorithm. For example, if you're in the gaming niche, you could type in gaming and then click enter. Now, once you do that, you're going to see all of these titles that have been proven to work. And you might be wondering, how do you know that these titles have been proven to work? Well, the reason why they've been proven to work is because these titles have been used on other people's channels and their videos went viral. So what you can do is scroll through this list and look for a title that you think you can make a video on. And when you find a title that you like, What you want to do is click on this eye icon right here, and you want to save that idea to your account. Once you're done saving titles, what you want to do is click on your profile picture at the top right corner, and you want to click on My Ideas. But there is more that you can do with Unlock the Algorithm. When you first get to this page, you're going to see this box that says No Content Found. You also have the option to change the language of the video and the country that you want the video to target. You don't want to add generic hashtags like fitness if you're remaking a video about losing weight. In addition to hashtags, you can also get ideas for your thumbnail. So now you have the hashtags, you have the title, and you have the thumbnail. So let's talk about the actual process of making the video. After you do that, you want to go to this tab right here and you want to click on Import. Once you're done importing your video, you want to drag it onto the timeline, and now you can start editing your video. Once you're done editing your video, you want to export it, and when you export your video, you want to make sure that you click on 108op. This is where you're going to upload your video, and this is where you're going to add the title, description, and thumbnail. Next up, we have the description. Now the description is very important when it comes to getting a lot of views. Now you don't want to stuff your keywords in there. Next up is the thumbnail. And when it comes to making a thumbnail, you want to make sure that you're using the highest quality image possible. For example, if the thumbnail that you generated had a person on the left side of the thumbnail, you want to make sure that your thumbnail has a person on the left side as well. If you're struggling with coming up with good thumbnail ideas, I recommend that you use a website called Snappa.com. The next thing that you have to do is add tags to your video. This will make sure that your video ranks for your keywords in the search bar. If you set this to private, your video won't go viral because nobody will be able to see it. Now I have a question for you. Have you ever tried Unlock the Algorithm? If you want 20 free trials of Unlock the Algorithm, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel. If you got value from this video, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button because I'm uploading videos like this every single week. So listen up, guys. This is not another clickbait video telling you that we know how to beat the YouTube algorithm. I don't know anybody that knows how to beat the YouTube algorithm. It's impossible. It changes all the time. It's constantly evolving. But before I do that, I need you to smash that subscribe button. I post a video every single week about how to grow on various social media platforms. What I do know is how to master it, how to work with it, and how to make sure your videos are always being pushed out everywhere to the right people. When you're creating content, especially in the beginning, you don't want to be focusing on keywords. You want to be focusing on topics. For example, if your video is titled The Best Cameras for YouTube in 2023, the topic of your video is Cameras for YouTube. Why? Because YouTube Shorts get views. YouTube Shorts get you in front of new audiences. This is something that you should already be doing, but I still see so many creators messing this up. The more frequently you upload, the better chance your videos have of getting pushed out by the YouTube algorithm. There's a direct correlation between upload frequency and views on YouTube. So if you want to get more views, you need to increase your upload frequency. I put a ton of value in that course. We go over everything from picking a niche to posting your first ever video. And we go over all the latest updates to the YouTube algorithm. So if you're interested, you should definitely check it out. For the next few days, I'm going to be offering an early bird discount. So if you wait any longer, the price is just going to keep going up. Now, of course, you don't want to sacrifice quality for quantity, but you need to understand that uploading more frequently is going to increase the amount of views you get. Your title and your thumbnail are the most important things on your video. If you have a bad thumbnail or a bad title, nobody's going to click on your video. That's just the reality of the situation. You need to understand that the title and the thumbnail are responsible for getting people to click on your video. Once you get them to click on your video, It's up to you to hook them in within the first few seconds of your video. But if you don't have a good title or a good thumbnail, nobody's going to get hooked. YouTube Shorts build your brand, and YouTube Shorts drive traffic to your long-form content. Do not make the mistake of thinking YouTube Shorts is dead or that it's not important anymore. This is something that a lot of creators don't focus on enough. The more you engage with your audience, the more YouTube knows that people like your content, which means they're going to push your content out everywhere to new audiences. So whenever you post a new video, spend 30 minutes responding to comments, engaging with your audience, letting them know that you appreciate them. Let them know that you love them. Tell them you appreciate their support. Tell them you appreciate them watching your content. Whatever it is, you need to engage with your audience. It's actually extremely important, and you need to be leveraging it. Now, if you don't want to create YouTube Shorts yourself, I get it. It's not for everybody. What you should do is repurpose your long-form content into YouTube Shorts. Now, obviously, if someone were to search that exact phrase, your video would probably pop up. But what you don't want to do is only focus on that exact phrase. Instead, what you want to do is create other videos around the topic of cameras for YouTube. Maybe you do a video called The Best Microphones for YouTube in 2023, The Best Lighting for YouTube in 2023, The Best Editing Software for YouTube in 2023. And yes, you should include those keywords, but you don't want to just include those keywords. You want to focus on the topic. If you focus on the topic, YouTube's algorithm is going to pick up on that. It is going to understand that your channel is an authority on that particular topic, and they're going to push your content everywhere to anyone who searches for any of those individual keywords. And yes, that means your videos will get more views, more watch time, and you'll be able to grow much faster on this platform. If you're posting videos on YouTube, you need to stay on top of the trends. And when I say trends, I mean YouTube trends, I mean news trends, I mean cultural trends. If you're not riding the trends, you're not going to get views. People aren't going to watch your videos. Here's the thing. Most creators think that they shouldn't ride the trends, that they should focus on creating evergreen content, which I agree with for the most part, but you need to focus on riding the trends in some capacity if you want to get views on YouTube. You need to understand that the majority of people that find your content are not people who are actively searching for your content. In fact, a huge portion of views on YouTube comes from people who are passively consuming content. They could be scrolling down their homepage feed, or they could be watching a suggested video. Either way, you need to understand that the majority of people that are going to find your content are not searching for it. And this is where trends come into play. If you want to get in front of the people who are passively consuming content, you need to create content that YouTube is actively pushing out. And right now, YouTube is actively pushing out trending content. Step No. 1 is to focus on evergreen content. Now, what is evergreen content? Evergreen content is content that does not expire. So when I talk about evergreen content, I'm talking about content like the best cameras for YouTube in 2023, or how to grow on Instagram in 2023, or how to grow on YouTube in 2023. These are evergreen pieces of content because they're always going to be relevant unless there is a huge change in the landscape. But even then, those videos can just be updated and re-released, and they all continue to live on forever. That doesn't mean you can't make timely videos. It just means that a bulk of your content should be focused on timeless principles and evergreen topics. Why? Because these types of videos have longer shelf lives. They continue to get views months, years, sometimes even decades after they've been posted. And this plays directly into how the YouTube algorithm works. The way the YouTube algorithm works is it is trying to figure out which videos are the best videos for each search query. For example, if I were to search how to grow on YouTube, the videos that come up at the top are videos that YouTube believes are the best videos for that particular search query. Now, how does YouTube decide which videos are the best? Well, they look at a variety of factors, but two of the main factors they look at are authority and popularity. Authority is based off of things like watch time, engagement, your history on the platform, backlinks pointing to your website, mentions across the internet, etc. Basically, the more authoritative you are on a particular topic, the more likely your videos are to show up for that search query. Popularity is also based off a lot of different things. One of the biggest ones is how many people click on your video. If you have a low click-through rate, nobody's going to click on your videos. Nobody's going to click on your videos. You're not going to get views. Pretty simple, right? So the best way to get your videos to the top of YouTube is by making videos that are both popular and authoritative. And guess what? Evergreen videos tend to be both popular and authoritative. Now, I am going to give you my 7-step framework to mastering YouTube's algorithm in 2025. I'm currently putting the finishing touches on a brand new YouTube growth course. This course is going to take you from 0 subscribers to your first 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Now, there's no promises, but if you follow the steps inside of it, there's a very good chance that's going to happen. All you need to do is stick around to the end of this video, and you'll see the early bird discount for the next few days. And before we start, I need to tell you that there's something coming very soon. Alright, so let's jump into this 7-step framework. Step number 2 is to focus on topics instead of keywords. Now here's the thing. Step 3 is to ride the trends. So this one is pretty simple. Step 4 is to leverage YouTube Shorts. Now, if you're posting long-form content on YouTube, you need to also be posting YouTube Shorts. Step 5 is to optimize your titles and thumbnails. Step 6 is to increase your upload frequency. Step 7 is to engage with your audience. Alright, so if you made it this far in the video, I'm guessing you're interested in growing on YouTube, which is why you should check out my YouTube growth course. Here's how to unlock the YouTube algorithm in 2025. Now, most of you guys have seen this video where I go over how to get views on YouTube right now. And while that video is going to show you how to get views relatively quickly, there is something else going on behind the scenes that is going to determine whether or not your videos continue to get views once you actually put them out there. You need to understand what we call the YouTube algorithm so that your videos stay evergreen, so that they continue to get views, so that they can get pushed out to wider audiences. Now, it used to be that you could gain the YouTube algorithm. That doesn't work anymore. I don't care who you are, if you're Mr. Beast Logan Paul, whoever, they want to make money off of you, and they not try to keep you on their platform for as long as possible, because the longer you on their platform. Now, there are a lot of factors that go into the YouTube algorithm. There are dozens, if not hundreds. But today, I'm going to cover the most important ones. These are the ones that will determine whether or not your videos get pushed out or they die in the proverbial YouTube algorithm wasteland. The more money that they make off of you. This is things like likes, comments, shares, and even things like saves. I know it doesn't feel that way sometimes, but it is. More and more people are watching YouTube on their phones, and if your content isn't optimized for mobile devices, it's gonna suffer. Make sure that your thumbnails are clear and easy to read on small screens, and that your titles aren't cut off. If your content violates community guidelines, even if it's unintentional, you're gonna run into problems with the YouTube algorithm. If you're uploading regularly, that is a good sign that you're serious about your content and that you can produce quality stuff on a regular basis. If people are saving your content, it's a sign that they like it and they want to come back to it later. And all of these things tell YouTube that people like your content and they want to watch it. First, I didn't cover the fact that YouTube is becoming more and more of a video destination instead of a place where people just go to find specific types of content. Now, this doesn't mean that short-form content won't get pushed out. It absolutely will. However, YouTube is testing out a new feature that allows you to tag your content as long form, and they're going to start pushing out longer videos. Now, if this is something that you're interested in, I suggest you dive into it. There is a huge opportunity to get your content pushed out right now because YouTube is still figuring out how to best utilize long-form content. People are going to YouTube to watch entire rabbit holes of videos. They're going there to be entertained. They're going there to be educated. There's no such thing as a one-size-fits-all approach to beating the YouTube algorithm. What works for one person might not work for another. You need to experiment and find what works for you and your content. And if you want your content to be successful, you need to make sure that it's high quality. That's going to help you get views relatively quickly. However, if you want to build a real sustainable business on YouTube, you need to make sure that you understand the YouTube algorithm and you are following the steps that I outlined in this video. Now, click-through rate is the percentage of people who see your thumbnail and title and decide to actually click on your video. Please smash that subscribe button so that I can keep making videos just like this one. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Now, this isn't as important as it used to be, but it is still a factor. Now I left out a few things on purpose because those are trade secrets that I don't want anybody else to know. Just kidding. I didn't leave anything out on purpose. I literally just covered everything. Closed captions make it easier for people to follow along with your content, and they also help YouTube understand what your content is about. When the YouTube algorithm is trying to decide what content to push out, it will often look at older content, especially if it's been performing well. A good rule of thumb is that you should aim for around 6% for click-through rate. If your click-through rate is much lower than that, well, YouTube is gone now assume that people aren't interested in your content, and they not push it out. If people are searching for specific topics and finding your content, that's a great sign that your content is valuable, and it should be pushed out. Now, if you're a creator, you should be thinking about this too, because you want people to watch your content and ideally engage with it. Maybe you sell something at the end of your videos. Maybe you just want people to watch it because you love sharing stuff. Now, if you're a smaller channel, this isn't going to hurt you as much, but it still is important. Make sure that your videos start strong and they keep people watching. But either way, you should be thinking about how to beat the YouTube algorithm. You're not gonna be able to upload a piece of content that's mediocre and get views unless you have millions and millions of subscribers. Those days are long gone. The YouTube algorithm has evolved, and the goal of the YouTube algorithm is to keep people watching YouTube. It was much easier to manipulate and push your way to the top than it is now. It's also about how long people spend watching other videos like yours. YouTube is always trying to figure out what videos should be pushed out to people based on what they like to watch. So if your watch time is low compared to other creators in your space, well, YouTube isn't going to push your content out. I help you make smarter creative decisions so that you can grow an audience and build a business on YouTube. Now, if you want to learn more about how to use AI on YouTube, join my free newsletter at the link below. So in this video, I'm going to show you what's changed recently, what has stayed the same. Well, YouTube is basically a massive library of educational content. They have millions and millions of videos on there. In fact, every single day, hundreds of thousands of videos are uploaded onto YouTube. How does YouTube decide which ones get pushed out to people? Well, they do that with their algorithm. And I'm also going to show you some new factors that you probably weren't aware of that are actually really important when it comes to getting your videos out there and being successful on YouTube. So first of all, let me introduce myself. I'm an educator here on YouTube. All right, so before we jump into the actual algorithm, I want to talk about why it even exists. What is the point of the YouTube algorithm? Now, back in the day, all you had to do to beat the YouTube algorithm was upload a popular topic. Say something controversial. Use keywords in your title, and then wait for YouTube to push your content out. Now, YouTube isn't in the business of keeping you on their platform, okay? YouTube is in the business of making money. And in order to do that, we need to dive into the actual factors that the YouTube algorithm looks at. The first thing that the YouTube algorithm looks at is click-through rate. Next up, we have watch time. Now, watch time is a little bit more complicated because it's not just about how long people spend watching your video. Third, we have audience retention. Audience retention is about how long people actually stay watching your video. If they bounce early, that's a problem. Fourth, we have audience feedback. Fifth, we have how well your content conforms to community guidelines. YouTube is a family-friendly platform. No, 6 is a new one. It's mobile friendliness. Seventh, we have how often you upload. YouTube loves channels that are consistent. Eighth, we have how long your content has been up. Ninth, we have closed captions. More and more people are watching YouTube with their speakers turned down or off. Finally, we have the search term factor. So there you go. That's the YouTube algorithm in a nutshell. However, there are some things that I didn't cover that I think are really important. Second, I didn't mention the fact that YouTube is pushing out more long-form content. Finally, I want to say that the YouTube algorithm is always changing and evolving. Now, if you want to learn more about how to grow on YouTube, I suggest you check out this video right here, where I cover how to get views on YouTube right now. That's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. You're about to uncover YouTube secrets that I guarantee you've never heard before. These are so secret that I have never revealed them in any of my videos ever before today. You see, there are 4 pillars that you need to focus on. If you do it correctly, you're going to get more views than you could have ever imagined. But if you do it incorrectly, you're gonna be stuck with thousands or even hundreds of thousands of views for months or even years to come. In fact, many small creators have been able to do it and become some of the biggest names on the platform today. So in this video, I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks that can help you do the same. So make sure you pay close attention to every single word I say throughout the duration of this video. Now, a lot of creators are making the mistake of not including emojis in their titles, and this is hurting their views. Your thumbnail is the first thing that people will see when they come across your video. You need to make sure that they read both relevant to your video topic, and they read something that will grab the attention of your target audience. Your title should be clear, concise, and to the point. Consistency is key when it comes to growing on YouTube. If you want to be successful, you need to make sure that you're uploading new videos on a regular basis. This gives people a reason to keep coming back to your channel because they know that there will always be fresh new content for them to watch. It also lets YouTube know that you're serious about your channel and that you're committed to providing quality content for your viewers. When you're consistent, you're also more likely to stick to a schedule, which makes it easier for your viewers to anticipate when new videos will be uploaded. It should accurately reflect what your video is about, and it should make people curious enough to want to click on it. By following these tips, you can make sure that your videos are seen by more people. Remember to focus on creating high-quality content that provides real value. Use calls to action in your videos. Don't forget about the power of thumbnails. Optimize your titles and descriptions. Build a strong community and be consistent. Your description should provide more information about your video. It should expand on what your title is about, and it should also include keywords that people might be searching for. But if you follow the tips I've shared with you in this video, you'll be well on your way to getting more views and building a successful YouTube channel. Good luck, and I can't wait to see what you accomplish. Including keywords in your title and description is an important part of search engine optimization, which is often referred to as SEO. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any new videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. SEO is the process of making your content more visible in search engine results pages. By using keywords that are relevant to your video topic, you're helping YouTube understand what your video is about and who it's for. This helps YouTube determine where your video should be shown. The better your SEO is, the higher your video will rank in search results, which means more people will see it. It's like the cover of a book or the first page of a website. Your thumbnail needs to be eye-catching, and it needs to make people want to click on your video. A great thumbnail will make people curious, and they'll want to click on your video to find out more. You can use text, images, or even GIFs to make your thumbnail stand out. Just make sure that whatever you do, it's relevant to your video topic, and it's something that will grab the attention of your target audience. This is one of the most important tips I can give you. If you want to be successful on YouTube, then you need to make sure that you're providing real value with your content. Building a strong community around your content is one of the best ways to ensure that your content is shared and seen by a wider audience. When people feel connected to you and your content, they're more likely to share it with their friends and family. You can build a strong community by being active on social media, engaging with your viewers, and responding to comments and questions. You can also ask your viewers for their opinions on things like future videos, or even ask them to submit questions for you to answer in upcoming videos. By doing things like this, you're letting your viewers know that you appreciate them and that you're listening to their feedback. This will make them more likely to trust you and ultimately more likely to share your content. What does this mean exactly? Well, it means that your videos should be informative, entertaining, or helpful in some way. You want to make sure that people feel like they're getting something out of your videos, whether it's knowledge, entertainment, or just a good laugh. You see, emojis are a great way to grab the attention of potential viewers. When you include a call to action in your videos, you're essentially telling people what you want them to do next. This could be anything from subscribing to your channel to liking your video or even commenting below. Calls to action are a great way to get people to take the next step in their journey and become more engaged with your content. They're fun, they're colorful, and they're a great way to add some personality to your title. In fact, emojis are so effective that YouTube has even started to use them in their own thumbnails. If you take a look at some of the most popular channels on YouTube, you'll notice that they all use emojis in their titles. And there's a reason for this. Emojis are a great way to grab the attention of potential viewers. They're fun, they're colorful, and they're a great way to add some personality to your title. This is part 2 of the YouTube algorithm series, but don't worry if you haven't seen part 1, because I'll give you everything you need to know right here. In short, it's the thing that decides which videos get recommended to viewers when they open up YouTube and browse through their feed. The main goal of the YouTube algorithm is to find the perfect video that each viewer wants to watch at any given time. It does this by analyzing a ton of different factors like the viewer's watch history, their liked videos, their demographics, and even the current trends at the time. And once the algorithm finds a video that it thinks a viewer will like, it will recommend that video to them. And of course, if that viewer ends up liking that video, then the algorithm knows that it made the right decision and will continue to show them more videos just like that. And these secrets are only going to be available until the end of 2024. Well, with over 3 billion daily active users, YouTube has to find a way to keep them engaged as long as possible. If they can't keep people watching videos on YouTube, then they won't click on ads, which means less money for YouTube and all of their creators. That's why the YouTube algorithm is always trying to find new and innovative ways to keep people watching videos on their platform for as long as possible. So make sure you watch this video all the way to the very end to get the most amount of information possible while it's still relevant. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what the YouTube algorithm is looking for in your videos and how you can use that knowledge to your advantage. But before we dive into those 4 pillars, Let me first explain what the YouTube algorithm actually is. But you might be wondering, why does the YouTube algorithm even exist? And while it may seem like a daunting task to try and beat the YouTube algorithm, it's not impossible. Tip No. 1. Make sure your titles include emojis. Tip No. 2. Focus on creating high-quality content that provides real value. Tip No. 3. Use calls to action in your videos. One of the best ways to get more people to watch your videos is to include calls to action. Tip number 4. Don't forget about the power of thumbnails. Tip number 5. Optimize your titles and descriptions. Your title and description are two of the most important factors when it comes to getting people to click on your video. Tip No. 6. Build a strong community. Tip number 7. Be consistent. As you can see, getting more views on YouTube doesn't have to be complicated. In conclusion, I want you to remember that success on YouTube doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, effort, and dedication. But if you're still struggling to get views, then check out this video over here, where I go over some more advanced strategies that you can use to get more views. The YouTube algorithm is always changing and evolving. And if you want your videos to get more views, you have to change and evolve with it. So in today's video, I'm going to expose one of YouTube's biggest secrets that no one else will tell you. And this secret is going to help boost your views right now. In fact, when I first started implementing this secret into my own channel, I saw a 32% increase in views in just 7 days. And here's the best part. It doesn't matter what niche you're in, or how long your videos are, or even what your video titles and thumbnails look like. Let's say that you uploaded a video titled, How to Make a YouTube Channel. This time, let's say that you upload a video about 5G internet. And if people come to YouTube and they see nothing but low-quality videos, they're going to leave and go to a different platform. And if YouTube loses users, they lose money. YouTube is a business, and businesses need to make money in order to survive. Now, this is a controversial topic, and YouTube is cracking down on controversial content, especially content that sparks outrage or anger. So if your video is garbage, and it's trying to scare people about 5G, it's simply not going to rank on YouTube, no matter how many times you try. Now, that's also a pretty broad topic, but there's clearly high search intent for that topic too. Well, YouTube will automatically transcribe your entire video, and they'll see that your video is about teaching people how to start a YouTube channel. Then if someone searches how to start a YouTube channel, your video will be pushed to that person. See, YouTube knows who your video is for, and they're able to push it to those people. However, if your video sucks, it simply won't get ranked on YouTube, no matter how many times you try. Well, YouTube will automatically transcribe your entire video, and they'll see that your video is about 5G internet. It helps YouTube understand who your video is for, so they can push your video to those people. Now I should mention that adding closed captions to your videos is only one of many ranking factors that YouTube looks at. The first tool is called Vidiq, and the second tool is called Vidiq. Both of these tools are free to use, and they help you come up with new video ideas. Just start adding closed captions to your new videos moving forward, and you'll start seeing results almost instantly. Some other ranking factors include how long people watch your video, whether or not they click on your video from the search results page, and whether or not they click on your video from the suggested video section. Now, some of these topics might not have high search intent, and some of these topics might be really hard to rank for. And these tools will tell you exactly what you need to do to help boost your rankings on YouTube. For example, they tell you whether or not your video title is optimized, and whether or not your video thumbnail is optimized. Make sure to check them out, and I'll see you in the next video. For example, when I type in how to make a YouTube channel, Video IQ tells me how many people are searching for that topic each month. Those are the two tools that I recommend you use. They're also telling me how difficult it is to rank for that topic. But if you dig through these topics, you're bound to find something that works. I want you to take things a step further and use these tools to help you optimize your videos for YouTube. And these topics should have high search intent. Basically, what you need to do is enter in a topic that you're interested in, and then these tools will spit out hundreds of new ideas for you. Then if someone searches, "What is 5G?" your video will be pushed to that person. And if you want to take things a step further, you can manually add timestamps to your closed captions. Or if I type in, "How to create a YouTube channel logo," I think that would be a great topic for a video as well. On my channel, I uploaded a video titled Top 10 Highest Paid YouTube Channels. Now that is a pretty broad topic, but there is clearly high search intent for it, and since I added closed captions to my video, and I added timestamps to the closed captions, YouTube was easily able to identify what my video was about. Because of that, my video was pushed to people searching for top 10 highest paid YouTube channels, and my video went viral. It now has over 3 million views. To do that, you simply need to upload your video to YouTube, and then go into the video studio. Go to the Captions tab, and then click on Create New Captions. From there, you'll be able to upload a SRT file and add timestamps to your closed captions. Doing this will send a strong signal to YouTube, letting them know that your video is high quality. See, YouTube knows who your video is for, and they're able to push it to those people. YouTube has given us creators a very specific path to follow so that our videos don't get lost in the shuffle. And once YouTube has a transcript of your entire video, they're able to determine exactly what your video is about and who it's for. That way they can push your video to the right people. Let us say you upload a video that is titled How to Do the Floss Dance Move, and you had closed captions to it. Well, YouTube will automatically transcribe your video, and they'll see that your video is about teaching people how to do a specific dance move. Then if someone searches how to do the floss, your video will be pushed to that person. See, YouTube knows who your video is for, and they're able to push it to those people. In fact, YouTube has literally said that they know. I make a ton of videos about making money online and growing your YouTube channel. And now back to the video. One thing that you can do to ensure that your videos are being seen by the right audience is to add closed captions to your videos. Now, YouTube added this feature over a year ago, but only recently have they begun heavily promoting it to all creators. This one simple change will make all the difference. Ready for it? Here it is. And I'm going to give you a very specific example so you understand exactly what I mean. Let's say that you uploaded a video on how to do the floss dance move. Now that's a pretty broad topic, but if your video provides real value to people searching for it, then it has the potential to rank really well on YouTube because there is clearly high search intent for that topic. Now, before we jump into exactly what this secret is, let's take a step back and look at what's happening right now on YouTube. If you didn't know, YouTube has been cracking down on low-quality content. In fact, over the past few months, they've made it much harder for low-quality content to get pushed out to large audiences. And I'll explain exactly why they're doing this in just a second. But first, let's talk about how this affects you. If you're uploading low-quality content, your videos simply aren't going to get pushed out to large audiences anymore, which means that you're not going to get the views that you deserve. However, if your video sucks, then it simply won't get ranked on YouTube no matter how many times you try. And I'm going to give you another example. And let me give you yet another example. So here's why YouTube is doing this. YouTube wants to be the best video platform on the planet. But there's good news. So here's the deal. When you add closed captions to your videos, YouTube automatically transcribes your entire video. Now, before you leave this video, I want you to consider subscribing to my channel. Let me show you an example. Or let's say that you upload a video titled How to Make a YouTube Channel, and you had closed captions. Or let's say that you upload a video about 5G and you add closed captions. This is a big reason why adding closed captions to your videos has become a ranking factor on YouTube. However, adding closed captions to your videos is, by far, one of the easiest things that you can do to help boost your rankings on YouTube. Now I want to give you a very specific example of this working. That's a big reason why adding closed captions to your videos is such a powerful strategy. Now, here's the best part. You don't need to create a bunch of closed captions for all of your older videos in order to start seeing results. And if you're wondering how you can find out what topics you should make videos about, there's 2 tools that I recommend you use. You see, both of these tools use something called a keyword research tool to come up with new topics you should make videos about. For example, if I type in how to make a YouTube channel, Video IQ suggests hundreds of new topics that I could make a video about. For example, if I were to type in how to create a YouTube channel banner, I think that would be a great topic for a video. And here's the best part. These tools don't just give you topics to make videos about. They also give you data about search intent. Now, I mentioned earlier that you should use these tools to help you come up with video ideas, but you shouldn't stop there. For example, once you've uploaded a video, you can paste your video link into Video IQ or Vidic, and that's it. Now, if you want to learn how to grow your YouTube channel faster, I've left several videos about YouTube growth strategies in the description below. This is YouTube's new algorithm and how it will help you get more views, subscribers, and engagement in 2025. The YouTube algorithm is always changing, and with only 16% of people actually getting views on their videos, I thought it was time to make this video. And then I'll show you how you can use these to boost your views and subscribers immediately. In fact, just updating one thing from this video alone could be all you need to get your next video to go viral. So let's jump in. One of the biggest changes to the algorithm recently is how much emphasis YouTube puts on viewer retention charts. Retention charts are basically graphs that show how long people are watching your video. If you want to get more views and subscribers, make sure that you're paying attention to these things because they can make all the difference. And if you want to learn more about how the YouTube algorithm works, I'll link to my full guide in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. A retention chart that drops off really quickly shows that people are swiping away and losing interest, while a chart that stays high for longer shows that people are really engaged. Now here's where it gets interesting. YouTube loves retention charts that stay high for longer because that shows that people are enjoying the video and are therefore more likely to stick around and watch more. But YouTube doesn't stop there. They take it a step further. You see, when a viewer first starts watching your video, it goes through an evaluation period where YouTube checks to see if it's high quality. If the viewer makes it past this evaluation period, then YouTube pushes your video out to a larger audience. This is why if your video is doing well, it suddenly gets pushed out everywhere to everyone. Think about it. Would you rather release a bad video and have it flop, or a great video that goes viral? Of course, most of you would pick the latter. Well, that's exactly what YouTube is doing. They're making sure that their viewers are not swiping away before they push your video out to a larger audience. This means that if you want your video to go viral, you need to make sure that your retention chart looks good and that people are not swiping away. I know this sounds easier said than done, but if you focus on making great content, this shouldn't be a problem. YouTube wants to make sure that people are not swiping away on your video because that means that your content is good and that it is worth pushing out to more viewers. So if you want to get more views and subscribers, make sure that your retention chart looks good. Make sure that people are not swiping away on your video. This is not a clickbait title. YouTube's main goal is to keep people on the platform for as long as possible. The longer someone is on YouTube, the more ads they see, which means more money for YouTube. This is why YouTube loves long-form videos. especially those that have lots of cards and end screens, because people tend to spend more time watching them. And YouTube knows this. So if you want your video to get more views and subscribers, make sure that it's long form and that it has lots of cards and end screens. It sounds simple, but that's because it is. YouTube is constantly changing and evolving, and the algorithm is no exception. While it's impossible to predict exactly how things will change, it's important to stay ahead of the curve. The best way to do this is to pay attention to what's working now and what YouTube is emphasizing. For example, YouTube is putting a lot of emphasis on viewer retention charts. So if you want your video to get more views and subscribers, make sure that your retention chart looks good. People are not swiping away on your video. In this video, I'm going to share 3 secrets that YouTube is not telling anyone else. The first thing that YouTube is not telling you is how important shorts are right now and how they will affect your channel. Shorts have changed the way people find and watch videos on YouTube. For example, if you post a short that's 47 seconds long, which is the maximum length for shorts, YouTube will recommend up to 2 additional shorts from you and then 1 long-form video. Now, this might not sound like a big deal, but you need to understand that this happens within YouTube's recommendation system. YouTube recommends billions of videos every single day to hundreds of millions of people, and you want to be one of those channels that gets recommended. So if you upload a great short, it will help get your other content seen by more people, meaning more views, subscribers, and engagement across your entire channel. But even if you don't post any shorts, others will still benefit you. Let me explain. You see, YouTube uses what's called a cross-match algorithm. What this means is that if someone hasn't subscribed to you, but they've interacted with your content in any way, shape, or form, like maybe they clicked on a card at the end of a video, or they visited your channel from a short that you posted, they're considered a match. Essentially, YouTube is saying if this person has shown interest in your content in any way, they're more likely to subscribe to you if they were recommended your channel. Now, if you were to search for that user and look at their viewing history, you wouldn't be able to tell that they were ever interested in your channel, because YouTube keeps all of this data private. But that doesn't mean that it isn't being used. When a user interacts with your content, whether it's through a short or any other way, YouTube takes that interaction and matches it against other users who have shown interest in similar content. Then YouTube recommends your content to these potential subscribers. The best part about this is that you don't have to do anything. It all happens automatically. So if you aren't posting shorts right now, please start doing it, because it's helping YouTube keep people on the platform for longer, and it's helping you grow faster. And if you do post shorts, please try to make sure that they read high quality, because you don't want to post trash and hurt your channel. If you want to learn more about shorts, I'll link to my full guide in the description below. As you know, almost every platform has jumped on the short train. Instagram has Reels, Facebook has Reels too, TikTok obviously has shorts, and so does YouTube. And when something is done on a massive scale like this, there's a reason behind it. There's no doubt that YouTube Shorts have changed the platform forever. So you should definitely be taking advantage of them if you aren't already. According to YouTube themselves, over 30 billion shorts are watched every single day. That's 30 billion with a B. It's clear that people love watching them. But it's also clear that many creators do understand how to use shorts correctly, or do and take them seriously. Many creators see shorts as a separate platform from YouTube and treat them as such. But what if I told you that your YouTube shorts could help your long-form content do better? What's happening is that when someone watches a short from you, depending on the length of that short, YouTube will then recommend other content from you based on what they've just watched. Now moving on to the second secret that YouTube is not telling you. And finally, let's move on to the last secret that YouTube is not telling you. And there you have it. Those are the 3 secrets that YouTube is not telling you.